Welcome back to another What If. Today we're going over what if Andrew Garfield was the main Spider-Man in the MCU. Today we have a special guest, Harry. Harry, leave it. No, oh. Why'd you eat it, man? He can't do stupid pet tricks, but he's pretty cool anyway. So our story actually does not start in the first Avengers movie. This is just an objective fact. The Amazing Spider-Man takes place a month after Avengers. Well, they're not in the same universe. Avengers takes place in May. Amazing Spider-Man 1 starts in June. And I don't think the Avengers movie would change the Amazing Spider-Man 1 very much. They would just know that Spider-Man is a person who exists. I think the soonest possible time we can put him in there is the Winter Soldier, where he would help Cap fight Bucky. The point in the movie where I find out that Winter Soldier is Bucky, in that fight scene, I feel like it would go much differently. As in, it's all fun and games until someone throws a car at you. This actually gives me an idea for a video in the future. What if the Winter Soldier didn't save him at the end of the movie? Going back to the Amazing Spider-Man 1, maybe in that movie we could have like Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hawkeye, Hulk, War Machine, or Black Widow make a cameo. And like Deca Lizard or something. Same goes for the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Actually, I would like to specifically have Captain America make an appearance, thus returning the favor. Have him deflect Electro's lightning with his shield, or something like that. But you're probably wondering how it would affect, well, this. Well, it would be similar. It looks like the web's about to snap, sending Gwen to her doom. Not that doom. But right at the last second, Cap comes in clutch and punches Green Goblin in the face, allowing Peter to be a little bit quicker and save her. Civil War would still happen. But in this universe, do you think he's gonna side with this rich guy while he himself is poor? Or the guy who he helped beat up his friend, and he returned the favor by beating up his friend? That doesn't sound good, but it is. Now Team Iron Man has Iron Man, Black Widow, Vision, War Machine, and Black Panther, while Team Cap has Captain America, Bucky, Spider-Man, Falcon, Wanda, Hawkeye, and Ant-Man. In the movie, no one really loses the airport battle. I mean, I guess technically Captain America, Team Cap wins because Bucky gets away. And they won even without Spider-Man. And they would still lose, but they would lose even harder, because, say it with me now, it's all fun and games until someone throws a car at you. Also, they wouldn't have Spider-Man to take down Ant-Man. So, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, though, because I don't think Spider-Man nor Ant-Man would kill somebody. This fight wouldn't cost anybody their lives. Which is what you might think until you see Spider-Man tackle War Machine. Uh-oh. In the movie, Vision was trying to shoot a laser beam at Falcon, but War Machine got in the way and it made him paralyzed. But since he was just flying jump tackled by Spider-Man, War Machine got indirectly hit. But Falcon, a point-blank laser beam from Vision, plus the fall, it would kill him. Bucky couldn't escape, meaning that Team Iron Man would win. They would capture Bucky. They would send Bucky to prison. Then Tony would get on the Quinjet to go find Zemo. What happens there, I'll get to in a second. Let's go over a quick rundown of what happens to these characters first. Instead of going to Wakanda, Bucky goes to prison. Black Widow would still be on the run. Honestly, it's been a while since I've seen Civil War, so I forget the reason why some of these characters go to prison and some of them don't. For example, I don't remember seeing War Machine in prison, although I could be wrong. And Black Panther is just completely free. Bucky got punched in the face, went to prison, and then the next time we saw him, he was under house arrest. Same with Ant-Man. I really don't remember why, but Wanda and Vision ended up in Scotland somehow, for some reason. Instead of just going to prison, Falcon died. And instead of just getting punched in the face and sent home, I think we can do something more interesting. He would want to be Spider-Man no more. Also, he's like a national fugitive and all that. Back to, it was Syria. Zemo would reveal that the Winter Soldier killed Tony's parents. Steve would be mad at Tony because his creation killed his friend and he put his other friend in prison. They would fight for a bit, and it's hard to say if Captain America could beat Iron Man without Bucky's help. I say he still could, because Iron Man took out Bucky, but Captain America was still fighting and was able to beat Iron Man. So I say he could still beat him. Tony would still be free for some reason, and Captain America would still be an international fugitive. This made me wonder why they didn't arrest him in the 5 years that he was not on the run, because his name was never cleared, and for that matter, neither was any of them. Well, Vision was dead. They let Spider-Man and Wanda go free for some reason. Hawkeye was...
What I want, you can't give me.
Doing other things. War Machine, Black Panther, and Bucky were all dead, but they let Steve and Wanda go free. I tried doing some research, figured maybe I missed something, but no. The best I could find was this fan on Quora. This person wrote, in Avengers Endgame, why wasn't Captain America still a wanted fugitive in the wake of his actions in Civil War? Then this dude responded, they kinda had bigger fish to fry. Half the world had been decimated. Most countries are still struggling to put the pieces back together. You figure maybe it might be pretty unpopular to try to prosecute one of the few people who has actively been trying to stop that from happening. But I'm getting too ahead of myself. Let's go back to 2017. Spider-Man is a wanted man, but Peter Parker is not. After throwing away the suit, in the post-credit scene of Homecoming, we see Spider-Man recently broke Scorpion's arm and sent him to prison. But if there's no Spider-Man, no Scorpion. This would be adapting the Spider-Man No More, but like in Spider-Man 2, he's happier this way. After all, Gwen is still alive. But eventually he would have to stop the Vulture, and probably like Scorpion and Shocker and all that. Of course, they also had like the Tinkerer, but no one really counts him. Peter would eventually have to come out of retirement as Spider-Man to fight Vulture, Scorpion, and Shocker.
Damn. Yeah. Now you're the Shocker.
And Shocker. Actually, you know what? Do the opposite. I like Logan Marshall Green. Since he threw away the old suit, he would have to revert back to his homemade suit, which looks something like this. He would do the movie like we saw in the actual movie. It would be fairly similar. Oh man, I'm making a mess. The movie would end with him finding the suit again and taking a trip down to the dry cleaners. But to clear his name, he would have to hire a really good lawyer. Honestly, I just want this team up. Spider-Man and Daredevil would become good friends. Then I think we can go to Infinity War. Spider-Man would not go with Iron Man and Doctor Strange. He would stick around with Bruce instead. We would end up with this lineup and they would go to Wakanda. Also, they would break out Bucky. Man, just when Spider-Man thought his name was clear. Well, soon it won't matter. They would go to Wakanda and fight Thanos. If I remember correctly, Spider-Man saves Doctor Strange's life, but he's not there, so Doctor Strange would be chucked into the vacuum of space. I don't think he could save him, but Tony could definitely save the Time Stone. Oh, maybe he'd use the nanotech to integrate it into his arc reactor. That would be tough. But he'd be all alone for an entire 10 minutes, because then the Guardians would show up, or at least a couple of them. They would land on Titan. It's a good thing that Doctor Strange and Spider-Man didn't play a key role in saving everybody. Uh-oh. I think it would be a cool fight. Tony with the Time Stone versus Thanos, but like, come on. And he would get the Time Stone. But more importantly, all these characters would be dead. Also Nebula, but I didn't have a minifigure of her. Even with a Spider-Man, the events in Wakanda would play out the same. kind of like this. Thanos would get the Mind Stone. Let me try my other hand. There we go. Also, these people died. And him. And these are the people who are left alive after the snap. Oh yeah, and Captain Marvel. I mean, I think they could do an Endgame. Oh yeah. So Endgame would not happen. Avatar would still be #1 at the box office. But just for the fun of it, let's say they were somehow able to invent time travel. I don't know, maybe with the help of, like, who do we have left? Gwen and Matt Murdock. Yes, Daredevil survived the snap. Let's say even if they were somehow able to invent time travel, they successfully do the whole time heist and build the nano gauntlet. I really don't know how they would. I mean, I guess they had like nanotech suits in that movie. The three of them would have the fight with Thanos. One of these people is not like the others. It's not Thor. I guess the snap still could have been bring everybody back that died in the blip. Also these dudes. But whatever, they do the battle for Earth. You know, Tony snaps. They save the world. Oh hey, we can get back into the point of the video. I think I am actually gonna do a what if The Amazing Spider-Man 3 happens someday. So whenever I make that video, I just now thought you could just sub that out for, you could sub out the Homecoming stuff for that. But, as is, maybe that happened in another movie, either before Civil War or after Homecoming. He was never in Europe, and Mysterio doesn't even have his sights on him. So nothing's really changed, right? Oh yeah, he's Captain America! I mean, I suppose they could have brought back Sam with the Hulk snap, but I think this is unlikely. It really could go either way, but I would say it actually goes to Bucky. Especially because in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show, don't know about that one, that Bucky was still feeling guilty about the Winter Soldier. So to pass on from that and give it to Bucky. So wait, that didn't make any sense. To pass on from that, he would become Captain America. Even though in this timeline, he literally killed JFK. I'm not even joking. And now I'm going to try my best to get a No Way Home out of this. Well, Mysterio wouldn't have any beef with Peter. Right, well, maybe some other villain doxed him. Well, he really wouldn't go to Doctor Strange. Let's just say he did. We can't do Lizard or Electro. Damn it. They would instead be replaced by Mysterio and, like, Morbius or something. Instead of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield coming into this timeline, it would be Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland coming into this timeline. Tom Holland would be from a different universe, where Mysterio never died, and knew he was Spider-Man but never revealed his identity. I don't know, man. And then Morbius because Morbius. Hey man, the alternative was just having James Franco Green Goblin and Topher Grace Venom. To save the day, he'd have to let go of Gwen, which would be even more sad because they'd be like full adults and they'd be married. Oh, damn it. There's no happy ending. So, it would have to be very unlikely for even Endgame to happen, let alone No Way Home. Honestly, if you ask me, the true ending is that everybody dies in the snap, besides the characters who didn't die in the snap, and that 5 years turns into 10, 10 into 15, 15 into 20, and so on and so on. Or if you want the incredibly unlikely happy ending, Spider-Man lives, but there's no Way Home. At least we would still have Deadpool and Wolverine. Well, the moral of the story is a soul for a soul. I mean, if you think about it, if only one more person lives, when in Amazing Spider-Man 2, only one more person dies. Iron Man and Endgame. Or Infinity War, I mean. I had a lot of fun making this video, but I'm not gonna have a lot of fun cleaning up after this video. This video was dedicated to you, the fans, because this idea was given to me by Keyblade316. So leave me your what if suggestions in the comments and I will do them. That's it. Bye.